What are 5 signs that people find you attractive and you may not even realize it? If you would like to know the answer to this, then stay tuned to the rest of this video. Hey guys, my name is Sunsubi and welcome back to the Mind Council channel, the number one place where you're going to be able to learn more about yourself and more about the people around you and exactly what makes them tick. Now, a lot of times we don't even realize how other people perceive us. We automatically assume a negative impression about ourselves, and this is more common than you may think. Oftentimes we don't think that we're good enough, we don't think that we're beautiful enough, and we think that other people are better than us. Well, I'm here to tell you that those impressions that you have about yourself are wrong. Now, I'm going to tell you 5 signs that you are an attractive person and that other people find you attractive. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the Mind Council channel for more videos like this one. So, sign number 1, you don't get a lot of compliments. And now you're probably thinking, hold on a minute, if I don't get a lot of compliments, that means that people don't really like me, they don't really feel like I'm worthy of being complimented, right? Wrong. It's actually the total opposite. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of a story just to set the scene a little bit. One of my friends was talking to one of my other friends. We were at a party and everybody was dressed up. And my friend, let's call her friend A, was going around and complimenting, people at the party. Not everybody, but specific people she was complimenting at the party. And my other friend, friend B, now when my friend B walked into the room, she walked into the room with another friend. And as they both approached friend A gave a compliment, not to friend B, but to the person that she was with. Now, as that person completely appreciated it and they had a bit of a chit chat and they walked away, friend B turned to friend A and said, you never really compliment me. You compliment everybody else, but you never really compliment me. And friend A actually turned around to this girl and she said, the reason is because you don't really need it. Can you believe it? She said, you don't really need the compliments. And my friend was actually in shock because she thought the reason that she wasn't being complimented by friend A is because she's not looking as beautiful or she doesn't look as nice as the other people at the party or the person that she walked in with. When in fact, the actual reason was because my friend A felt like she probably hears a lot of compliments and therefore she doesn't need any more. And believe it or not, I'm sure you felt this as well when you've met somebody and you thought they were very attractive. Oftentimes you're intimidated by this person and we don't want to give them a compliment because we think, they probably hear it all the time. They're probably sick of hearing it. And if I give them a compliment, it's just going to inflate their ego. I'm sure they have an ego. We have this assumption of other people that we find attractive. Well, it's the same thing when somebody finds you attractive, they're not going to give you that many compliments because they think you're going to become arrogant if you get those compliments and that you already get so many that you don't need anymore. They would rather give those compliments to people that they don't find as attractive because they want to build their confidence. And this is key here. They don't find those people to be a threat. When somebody finds you to be a threat, when somebody is jealous of you or thinks that you are better than them or more beautiful than them or attractive, they're not going to give you compliments. They're going to feel threatened by you. They're going to think if I give them a compliment, they're going to be even more on a pedestal than what I've already put them on. And that's the last thing I want to happen. So that's another reason why people don't give you compliments. Jealousy is a big one. And especially among people of the same sex, where it's like 2 guys are not going to probably compliment each other, or 2 women are not likely to really compliment each other because they don't want the other person to realize how amazing they are in this person's eyes, and they want to feel better about themselves. So if you're not getting a lot of compliments, don't worry about it. It's probably because people find you attractive and think you already get enough and that you don't really need any more. Sign number 2 that people find you attractive and you don't even realize it is they will raise their eyebrows unconsciously when they first see you. And when I mean first see you, I don't mean ever in their life. I mean, say for example, you're meeting them for coffee or you met them outside. When they first see you, they're gonna go like this or something, you know, raise a bit of an eyebrow, even very subtle one. Because believe it or not, when we see somebody that we like, we tend to have more trouble controlling the upper portion of our faces. So unconsciously, we want to take more of them in. So we kind of go like this. And not only do we raise our eyebrows, but our pupils also dilate. And they actually did a scientific study to have a look at this. And what they found was when they showed pictures of attractive people, or that people that other people found attractive, their pupils naturally dilated more and they raised their eyebrows more. So kind of like a bit of a, you know, my terrible impression of that expression is because we want to take more of the person in. So that's probably what's going to happen. Now, you don't have to kind of survey their pupils with a magnifying glass. I mean, let's be real, maybe they have pupil dilation because they're a little bit high. But generally speaking, if you meet someone for the first time and they seem kind of all right to you and you see this kind of like a bit of a taken back expression, it's because they think you're awesome and you should be flattered by it. And it's a very subtle cue, and sometimes our brain doesn't really pick up on it, but the next time you go out on a date or you meet somebody like a friend or somebody that you feel is of the opposite sex, or somebody even that you think may like you a little bit, see how they behave when they look at you, and watch out for that little eyebrow raise and that dilated pupil. Just don't make it too obvious that you're looking for that. Sign number 3 that people find you attractive is they are actually really surprised when you either tell them you're insecure or you behave insecure. And the reason is because when we find somebody attractive, we tend to naturally put them on a pedestal. And I'm sure you've done it too, especially in the world of dating. If you meet someone and you think they're attractive, you're gonna put them on a pedestal. And after that, loads of red flags or anything they do wrong, you're just gonna be like swatting them to one side because you're going to be like, you know what, but they're so cool, they're so attractive. Whereas if it's someone you're not as attracted to, the tiniest thing is going to set you off and it's going to be like, nah, I can't be bothered with this person. People who find you attractive are going to be feeling exactly the same way. So when you display any kind of insecurity, they're going to be like, hold on a minute. I thought you get lots of compliments. I thought you were naturally confident. I'm sure you already know that you're beautiful, right? And when you come across as, well, no, I really didn't, they're going to be shocked. Because they see something in you and they expect you to see the same thing too. And they're going to assume that you know you're attractive because they find you attractive. Also, scientific studies have been done which have shown that people who tend to be more attractive get hired to jobs easily. They earn a little bit more and they apparently have it easier in life when it comes to social interactions and getting what they want. Whether you believe this to be true or not, a lot of people tend to think that this is the case with attractive people. So when someone is looking at you and you're behaving insecure, they're going to be like, hold on a minute, I'm sure you get everything easy in life. I'm sure you don't need to work as hard as me or anybody else. And I'm sure everybody likes you. So why are you feeling insecure? And that tiny thing that you think that is a big deal about you, they're going to think it's ridiculous that you are insecure over that. And I think a lot of people don't realize, which is going back to my first point, is because when someone is attractive, especially to a lot of people, they're not getting a lot of compliments. So unless they are very self-confident and been working on themselves over the years and self-development, and by watching videos like this or by doing a lot of self-improvement work, then they're going to have a lot more insecurities or they're going to be insecure. So it's just an important reminder to be nice to everybody that you meet in life as much as you can be, because we don't really know what they're going through or what they have been through. Sign number 4 that somebody finds you attractive is people are nervous around you. And what do I mean by nervous? Now, I'm sure you've been on a date before where you met the other person and instead of kind of looking at you in the eye and giving you that direct eye contact, you kind of find their eyes kind of darting like this and looking downwards and looking up and then looking down, trying to kind of look at you, but being too nervous to actually do it. And the reason that this happens is because they actually find you attractive and you've made them really nervous. And they've been caught off guard. They might be a bit more fidgety than usual. They might be trying to touch their neck, touch their face. They may be bouncing their knee a lot. They may be going redder. Their palms may be getting sweatier. They may even have trouble articulating more. So when you're trying to have a conversation with them, not only are they probably not going to look at you directly in the face, but look at things around you. But generally speaking, looking at things either down below or on the table in front of them or their hands, just something that's showing that they're listening to you, and you know they're listening to you, but they're just not giving you that full-on eye contact. And when they're trying to talk to you, maybe they're stumbling with their words, they're trying to find words to say to you or topics to talk to you, but they just really can't find anything. And the reason is because they want to impress you, they want you to like them, and they're looking for things to do or to behave in that you're going to like them more, basically. So the next time that you are on a date or you meet somebody and they behave this way with you, then just realize it's because they actually like you and they find you quite attractive. So be flattered. And the final sign that somebody finds you attractive, and this is a fairly new one, but I'm going to touch on it anyway, is negging. And you're probably thinking, what's negging? And it's a term that's been thrown around more recently, and it appears more in the relationships and dating world, but I'm going to give you an example of it because it's definitely relevant. Negging is basically when somebody finds you attractive and they will act, generally speaking, warm towards you, but then every now and then they're going to behave cold towards you or say something mean or behave mean or just vanish maybe for a day or two and then come back. The hot and cold behavior that they're going to give you. And this is pretty much called negging. And the reason that they're doing this is because, believe it or not, especially a lot of guys doing this to the ladies, is that they find you attractive and they want to pull you down a peg or two. They, like I said before, are going to have these assumptions that because you're attractive, you know you're beautiful, you're going to be very confident, you're going to get a lot of compliments, and you're going to be on a pedestal. And they put you on that pedestal and they're going to think you think that you're on that pedestal too. So they're going to try and knock you off that pedestal a little bit, which is going to make you less confident. It's going to make you feel a bit more self-conscious. And when you feel this way, this is when they kind of dive in, where it's like, okay, well, this will mean that if I knock her down a peg or two and she's not as confident, then you know what? It just means that she's going to be more open to my advances because I'm basically doing her a favor by approaching her and flirting with her because she's nice, but she's not really all that. And this is not the reality of how they feel. It's actually just a manipulation tactic that they use so that you will either become insecure and you will try and run after them and try and get their validation again, or that you will feel self-conscious and you will feel like them flirting with you shows that, you know what, at least this person is being nice to me and flirting with me, which is completely wrong, completely toxic behavior, and is not recommended. But it is a sign that somebody finds you attractive, and it's a more shady, mean, nasty sign, but it's a sign nevertheless. And when you kind of find that somebody is doing this to you, don't give in to them, don't run after them. If anything, in fact, kind of shut down the conversation and keep it moving, because ain't nobody want that negativity in their life. Am I right? So everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the video, remember to like and subscribe to the Mind Council channel. And in the comments below, please let me know if you've experienced any of these signs, which sign you experienced the most. Tell me all about it. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching and have a great one.